I never imagined that in my final years I would live in fear, that my peaceful home, the place where I had spent decades building memories, filling every room with warmth and laughter, would become a place of nightmares. My name is Margaret, and what I am about to share with you is a story I never thought I would have to tell. For more than 40 years, I lived in the same quiet neighborhood. I knew every family on my street, every child who rode past on their bikes, every dog that barked in the early morning hours. It was a place of safety, of trust, a place where doors remained unlocked during the day and where neighbors looked out for one another. But that all changed the day he moved in. From the moment I first saw him, something inside me whispered that something was wrong. He was different. Unlike the friendly faces I was used to, he never smiled, never greeted anyone. He would stand outside for hours, just watching. Sometimes I would catch him looking in my direction, his dark, unblinking eyes sending shivers down my spine. I told myself I was imagining things. After all, I was getting older, and perhaps my mind was playing tricks on me. But then, the little things started happening. My flower beds, the ones I had spent years tending with love, were suddenly destroyed overnight. My mailbox was frequently left open, and important letters began disappearing. At night, I started hearing footsteps outside my window, slow and deliberate. I would peek through the curtains, but no one would be there. One night, I woke up to the sound of my backyard gate creaking open. My heart pounded in my chest as I reached for the phone, but when I looked outside, I saw nothing. Still, I knew. I wasn't alone. The next morning, I tried to talk to my neighbors, but they brushed it off. "It's just kids playing pranks," they said. "Don't worry, you're safe." But I wasn't safe. And then came the night that I will never forget. It was cold, so cold that the wind howled through the trees, rattling the windows like ghostly fingers. I had just settled in for the night when I heard it. 3 loud, deliberate knocks at my door. I froze. My breath caught in my throat. Slowly, I moved toward the door. My hands trembled as I reached for the lock. "Who's there?" I called out, my voice barely above a whisper. Silence. Then, another knock. I knew I shouldn't open it. Every instinct inside me screamed not to. But still, I reached for the handle just as I cracked the door open an inch. He forced his way inside. The impact knocked me off my feet. I hit the floor hard, pain shooting through my body. Before I could scream, he was on top of me. His hands, cold, strong, clamped down on my arms, his face twisted in fury. "I told you to leave," he hissed. Leave? This was my home. Why would I leave? I struggled, kicking, fighting with all the strength I had left in me. But I was old, weak, and he was younger, stronger. I thought that was the end. But then, sirens, red and blue lights flashed through my window. Someone had seen. Someone had called for help. The door burst open, and suddenly there were officers everywhere. They pulled him off me, pinned him to the ground. I gasped for air, my whole body trembling as I watched them take him away. Even though he was gone, the fear never left. Even now, I don't feel safe. My doors remain locked at all times. My curtains stay drawn. Every unexpected noise sends my heart racing. I never thought I would be the kind of person who lived in fear. But once you've been hunted, once you've felt the true darkness inside another human being, you never forget. I share my story today because I know I am not alone. There are others out there, people just like me, who feel that unease in their gut, who sense something isn't right, who feel trapped in their own homes because of the person living next door. And I want to tell you, listen to your instincts. If something feels wrong, don't ignore it. If you feel unsafe, speak up. Because I ignored the signs. I convinced myself it was all in my head. And I almost paid the ultimate price. If my story has shaken you, if it has made you rethink the people around you, please subscribe to this channel, share this video. Let's spread awareness. Because no one should have to live in fear, and if my story can help even one person stay safe, then it was worth telling. Because survival isn't just about strength, it's about awareness. And you deserve to feel safe in your own home.